All right, this is the next rack to leave and go to Ohio. This is, I've got a jug up here to show the jug fill. You've got cetane and winter, or really whatever's coming out of additive 1 and whatever's coming out of additive 2. But they're called cetane and winter up here in the controller. So there's pump 1, pump 2. This is the flow path of additive 1, the flow path of additive 2. You can see we've got the meter, got a manifold with a jug fill valve, 110 volt coil, and all of the tank valves, which are 12 volt coil, coming out to these ports where I have a compression fitting just hand tied in there for you to complete the installation in the field. I also provide for the injection point of each of these a 1/4 inch ball valve and a 1/4 inch check valve. So yeah, this is additive 1, all that stuff, additive 2, all that stuff. The additive 2 box will also have the hot and neutral for you to bring in power to the rack in the field. I've got this pigtail on it right now. The additive pumps have a strainer that I provide for the suction. This being the suction, goes through the pump. This is the discharge, and then I have a 44-pound check valve here returning back to the suction as a pressure relief so the things don't get too over pressurized. We have the jug fill stand with some containment, and there's a drain port on the bottom if you spill. Again, everything always makes sense as you're looking at it. If I'm on the back, starting at the left, I've got additive 1 and additive 2. Then starting at the top, I've got additive 1, additive 2. So then when I come around to the front, to the left, additive 1, additive 2 jug fill ports. So now I'll go through the controller real quick. Should be able to see this. Keep it this way. So it says begin delivery of filled jug. If I want to do filled jug, it's going to then ask me which additive do I want. Cetane is additive 1. I can do a standard 2.5 gallon jug, or I could do another one out. So I'll do 2, and I say I want 1.1 gallons, and it's ready. So yes to begin. So now it is, you can see it, I believe, pumping up to 1.1 gallons. Currently it's pumping air, but it will pump that much and then click off. I do have an e-stop button I can hit that will make everything stop, or I can hit the no on the keypad to make it stop. It's almost there. Okay, so that's complete, and it wrote a record to the flash drive. Then it goes back to the main interface. If I want to deliver fuel into a tank, press 1. How many gallons? I'm going to say deliver 4,000 gallons. And in this delivery, I want both additives. And I'm going to put them into tank 2. Yes. So it says, these are based on the treat rates that are programmed into the settings. 4 gallons of cetane and 4 gallons of winter into tank 2. Yes to begin. So when I hit yes, now it is pumping the cetane and the winter at the same time, and it estimates it's going to be about 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining. I'm going to abort out. Okay, now I'm going to go into the menu and show you how to map your tanks. You go into the menu by pressing the 0 key repeatedly. Now, general setup is date, time, things like that. If I scroll down to transport setup, I can do tank mapping. Now this may be relevant because in the controller, I don't know what your tank numbers are, so I've just got the first one as tank 1, second one is tank 2, tank 3, tank 4, and tank 5. But that is unlikely to match your tank numbers in the field. So we have a tank mapping thing. So if you know that valve 1 is actually, say, tank 7, you can press yes on that one. And it's clicking the valve so you can confirm which one it is. And that should be tank 7. So now you can see it says valve 1 is actually tank 7. And so on. So you can change all those things. I'm going to get out and save that. So now when I do a delivery and I say I'm putting 4,000 gallons and I say I want to put it in, cetane into tank 1, it's going to say no, there is no tank 1. It's going to offer up what the tanks are, and you can see tank 1 is now at 7. So I'm going to say, oh, I mean 7. So that's a way to line up your tank numbers with physical ports. Now we made the assumption that if this is tank 7, that this top one over here is also going to be tank 7. So we don't let you specifically point this one to these certain way and these a certain way. You have to take the first one from here and go to the same tank as you do on the first one from here. That points out I'm not quite complete. I'm waiting on a couple nipples and I'm going to finish this bottom one, but there will be 5 ports coming out of this one just like there is on the top one. I'm just probably a couple hours away from being done. I'm waiting on parts for that. They should be here later. So that's pretty much a quick overview. The only thing I also haven't done is put this magnet on that will hold this lid open. I'll have that done momentarily. I have access ports for the meters, for the 2 different additive pump modules, I call them, in case this meter would get some debris in it and it has to be cleared. This is an access port to do that without dismantling everything. You can see that's one of them. The other one is, you can see you can get to it down there. Anyway, that's it. You see if I push the emergency stop button, it says please disengage it. You disengage it, as it says here on the knob, by rotating it to reset it. And again, it just runs off 110 volts, brought into the bottom pump module, and everything else is already wired and tested. There you go. Enjoy.